Welcome to the Epic Outdoor Sportsman's Kiss to Cook. Today we're going to be making a Devil's Food Hershey Bar Cake. It's going to have cream cheese, Cool Whip, and Hershey bars in the icing. This thing is going to be moist and delicious. Well, stick with us and let's get to making it right now. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven. We're going to bake at 325 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and get our oven heating up. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is add our dry cake mix. We've got a half cup of vegetable oil. And the recipe in the box calls for 1 cup of water. I like to use 1 cup of 2% milk. Okay, the next thing we're going to add is 3 eggs. These eggs have been sitting out about 15 or 20 minutes just to get a little bit more closer to room temperature. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to beat this on medium speed for about 2 minutes so we get it all mixed up. Okay, got it mixed up. Next thing I'm going to do is make sure I got it all at the sides here. Make sure I get it all mixed up. The blender may have missed. We just want to make sure we get it all mixed up. Just like that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is use this vegetable oil non-stick cooking spray. I'm going to spray on the bottom outside of the 10-inch, I think they're about a 10-inch cooking pan. Cake pan. Really get it coated good on both pans. Next thing we're going to do is pour half the mixture into the baking pan. And repeat the process for the other pan. The reason I like to use milk, I just think it makes for a more moisture cake when it comes out instead of water. This is my preference. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to slide them in the oven. Put them about center away. Okay, this box mix, 2 rounds, calls for 28 to 33 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 24 minutes and check them then. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes and I'm going to go ahead and check them. A lot of ovens cook differently and you never know exactly how it's going to cook. I just checked it there and this fork did not come out clean, so they're still going to need to go about probably another 5 minutes. I'm using a convection oven, which cooks a little faster than a normal oven. So depending on your oven, you're just going to have to check it. The important thing is that you just don't cook it too long. Okay, it's been about 24 minutes, and we're going to check the other pan. We stuck our fork in there this time, and it's come out clean. So we know for sure that both of these cake pans are done, and we want to get them out of the oven as quickly as we can so they don't overcook. Okay, if you remember, the box instructions had us cooking this 28 to 33 minutes, and if we had cooked it in this oven for 33 minutes, these cakes would have been very dry. As you can see, the other cake pan there is coming out clean, so we know it's done too. Okay, an important thing here, a very important thing, is that we get these cakes out of this pan as soon as possible because they're going to continue to cook. So we're going to get them out of the pan and get them onto the cake plate. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do once I get the cake out of the pan and get it onto the plate or the cake holder that I'm using, I'm going to take a piece of aluminum foil and I'm going to spray one side of it with nonstick cooking spray. I'm going to lay it on top of the cake that I've put into the holder, and then I'm going to spray the other side and then get the other cake out of the other cake pan as soon as possible and put it on top. Okay, you want to be sure as you're doing this, these cake pans are going to be very hot. So you want to make sure that you use some type of oven mitt or some type of holder, and don't burn your hand with these cake pans because they just come out of the oven and they're going to be quite hot. Okay, now we're going to get the aluminum foil tucked in to where when we put the top on, it's not sticking out past the holder edges. And we're going to get the top on this cake and set it to the side, and we're going to let it sit for 24 hours. Okay, you're probably wondering why I put this cake in there without icing and put the top on there as quickly as possible. As you can see, notice all the moisture is staying inside this cake and it's not going to dry out. All right, we baked our cake yesterday. It's been 24 hours. Now we're going to make our icing. We're going to start off with the Philadelphia cream cheese. I've had it sitting out now for about 15 minutes so it can kind of soften up. And we're going to mix that in with a cup of powdered sugar and a half cup of granulated sugar. Okay, we're going to add our softened cream cheese. Add in half a cup of sugar. And 1 cup of powdered sugar. And we're going to mix this thoroughly until it's mixed up and creamy. Blending on like a slow blend to start with. Not too high because it's going to be pretty clumpy. As you start to mix the cream cheese and the sugar together, it's going to start to get smooth. And maybe turn up the speed just a little bit more once it softens up some more. Okay, we've got all the sugar mixed into the cream cheese. It's getting creamy now. Just a little bit longer, make sure all that sugar is mixed into this cream cheese. And then we're going to start adding the Cool Whip. Next thing we're going to do is spoon in 2 8-ounce containers of Cool Whip into this mixture. Next, we're going to mix the Cool Whip and the cream cheese together until it gets thoroughly mixed, nice and creamy. Okay, now that I've got that mixed thoroughly, I'll probably beat it on, I would say 5, 6, 7 minutes. Got the cream cheese and the Cool Whip mixed together pretty good. We're going to add Hershey Nuggets. What I'm going to do is have these in the freezer, getting pretty cold, and I'm going to put them in the food processor and process them, get them chopped up pretty good, and then we're going to add them to the mixture. Now, here's where you can, a couple different things you can do. You can get Hershey bars and put them in the freezer and crumble them up. Put 1, 2, 3, ever how many you like. You also can add chopped walnuts into this mixture now, if you want more nuts into the cake mix. My kids, some of them really don't like too many nuts, so this Hershey's with almonds we're going to put in there is probably going to be just the right amount for us. But I have made it before with the Hershey's with almonds and added some chopped walnuts in it too. So it's entirely up to you, ever how you want to fix it. Okay, I've processed 2/3 of a cup of Hershey bars that's been in the freezer, and then we'll pour them into the mixture and mix this up. As you can see here, this cake, the top half broke in half just because it was so moist. But that's just fine. We get it on top, and we're going to icing up the top layer now. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take 2 or 3 of these Hershey Nuggets, and I'm going to hit them with a mallet, crumble them up in little bite-sized chunks, and put it on top of the cake sort of gives some decoration. Making sure the chunks aren't too big here. If they are, can't get them broken up, you can just eat them. Okay, here it is, Hershey Bar Cake. We broke up some Hershey bars, put on top decoration. This thing's gonna be super delicious and super moist. Hope you enjoy this video of making this Hershey Bar Cake. Hope you'll give it a try. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it as much as we will. Well, thanks for watching the Epic Outdoor Sportsman's Kiss the Cook. See you next time.